Welcome back to Movie Mo Show. Today we are going to review the science fiction film, Annihilation. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. The movie starts out in a building where a biologist named Lena, Natalie Portman, is speaking to guys wearing hazmat suits while a large crowd is gathering outside to listen in. Lena is being questioned by Lomax, Benedict Wong, another man, about a recent trip from which only she has returned. Lena felt as though she and her crew had been gone only a few days or weeks, according to Lomax. While she does not know what happened to the other two, she can affirm that two of her teammates are dead. She is unaware of what she just went through. Before it touches down on Earth's surface, we observe something soaring through space. It collides with a lighthouse and shortly begins to give off an enigmatic glow. Lena is a professor at Johns Hopkins working with her class on a cancer cell that seems to proliferate 3 years after this incident and some time before her mission. Her husband Kane, Oscar Isaac, left on a mission over a year ago and is yet to return. Lena declines Daniel's, David Jossi, invitation to a barbecue he and his wife are hosting at their home because she would rather redecorate her bedroom. Lena declines the invitation despite Daniel's assurances that doing so is not disrespectful to Kane's memory. In light of Kane's disappearance, Lena is still in pain. Kane, though, enters the house as she is painting. Lena gives him a heartfelt embrace. He has little to no recollection of his previous location or his return home. After drinking some water, Kane declares that the blood in the liquid is proof that he is not feeling well. Lena travels with him in the ambulance to the hospital, but on the way, they are stopped by government officials who put them to sleep and take them into custody. Area X. Lena awakens in a community built by a group known as the Southern Reach. She runs across Dr. Ventress, Jennifer Jason Leigh, who informs her that Kane took part in an expedition into the Shimmer, a place that has just emerged around the area around the lighthouse and is beyond the facility. Since his whole squad was said to be either missing or dead, Kane is apparently the only one to have emerged from the Shimmer. Although Kane is in the hospital, he is dying. Together with 3 other women, physicist Josie Roddick, Tessa Thompson, anthropologist Cassie Shepard, Tuva Novotny, and paramedic Anya Thornson, Gina Rodriguez, Ventress will lead a team into the Shimmer to discover the source of its energy. Lena is introduced to Thornson, who also extends an invitation for her to meet the other team members. Lena decides not to reveal to them that Kane is her husband and that she has a stake in the mission personally. Dear Shimmer. The group enters the Shimmer. The majority of the organisms on the land are plant-based. The team doesn't seem to remember how they got there after 4 days. Numerous pieces of their technology, like their GPS, don't appear to function there. They keep track of their progress and discoveries as they venture deeper into the Shimmer. Something draws Roddick into the small hut as they pass it and almost submerges her before Lena enters to save her. A mutant alligator is discovered emerging from the sea. Up until Lena shoots it dead, it creeps approaches the team. When they look inside its mouth, they discover that the alligator has shark teeth, which may indicate that there was some sort of interbreeding going on within the Shimmer. Lena frequently recalls her past, including her final moments with Kane before he left for the Shimmer and an affair she had with Daniel before he agreed to join the expedition. Later, it is claimed that Kane somehow learned of Lena's relationship, which may have influenced his decision to join what initially appeared to be a suicidal expedition. To go closer to their goal, the crew rows boats across the lake. Shepard travels with Lena. Lena responds to Shepard's questions by stating that she served in the army and that her husband was killed in combat. She makes no mention of her marriage to Kane. Lena is subsequently informed by Shepard that she lost a daughter to leukemia. She also shares information about the other members of the team, such as the fact that Roddick had been cutting her arms and that Thornson is an addict in recovery. Shepard continues by saying that aside from the fact that Ventress is single and devoid of any friends, family, partners, or children, not much is known about her. The group lands at Fort Amaya, a military installation that served as the Southern Reach's prior administrative center before being swallowed by the Shimmer. At the base, Lena discovers other mutations, even cancerous ones like tumors. They discover that while they were in the Shimmer, Kane and his crew had also set up shop at the base. They locate a camera and see a video showing Kane slicing open a teammate's stomach to expose an unknown mass crawling within in place of the teammate's internal organs. The squad continues on and comes across a skeleton that appears to have been destroyed by something that was within the individual. It is hinted that this is the man Kane chopped into. The crew begins to feel anxious because of their discoveries. Lena discovers that a cell sample she collected inside the Shimmer is going through mitosis at night, but not in the way that a typical cell does. Later, she speaks with Ventress, who claims that Cain embarked on the quest owing to a self-destructive desire that is hardwired into everyone's DNA. Lena understands that Cain must have offered to go on the assignment after learning of her relationship with Daniel. Something seems to breach the facility's perimeter fence outside. Lena observes Shepard's investigation before being seized and taken away by a huge bear-like thing. The others are unaware of this. The squad moves forward through the forest toward the lighthouse in the morning. Lena investigates further after spotting Shepard's shoe in an effort to locate Shepard. When she discovers Shepard's wounded body by a tree, she goes back. The group keeps moving and comes across a spot outside a house with plant structures shaped like human bodies. Roddick postulates that the shimmer is mucking up everyone's DNA there, including that of the people, animals, and plants. After that, they made camp inside the house for the night. Lena finds Thorensen holding her gun in her face when she wakes up later that night, and Thorensen knocks Lena unconscious. When Lena awakens, Roddick, Ventress, and her are all bound to a chair. Thorensen discovers Cain is Lena's husband after receiving her locket. She is now hostile and paranoid, and she claims Lena murdered Shepard. They suddenly hear what appears to be Shepard calling out for assistance. Thorensen tries to follow her as she flees away, but the bear-like creature with the skull face appears and follows the women. It makes sounds that are Shepard's cries for aid as he is dying. Thorensen tries to kill the bear as it attacks her and rips out her throat and jaw as she rushes back inside. Roddick escapes and kills the bear with a gun. Thorensen's body is covered in Ventress. The following day, Ventress sets out on her own to locate the lighthouse. Roddick discovers that her limbs are rapidly sprouting leaves and roots. She admits to Lena that she now understands the shimmer didn't just distort the signals on their equipment or the DNA, it also refracted them. Before Lena can locate her, who is probably morphed into a plant structure, Roddick turns around and vanishes. Public lighthouse. The lighthouse and the area around it are the next things Lena sees. The beach is covered in enormous crystal trees and skeleton remnants. There is some sort of plant-like substance covering the lighthouse. When Lena walks in, she discovers a burnt skeleton leaning up against the wall with a camera focused on it. As she examines the footage, she notices Cain sitting down and conversing with a person behind the camera while holding a phosphorus grenade. He is heard expressing that he is unsure of whether he is Cain or who he has been the entire time because his perception of reality seems to have been altered. Before detonating the grenade and blowing himself up, he requests that the person behind the camera take care of Lena. The person behind the camera emerges and is seen to be a replica of Cain, the same person who returned to Lena. Lena explores the lighthouse further and discovers Ventress, whose face is twisted and contorted. She informs Lena that the shimmer is an alien creation that is getting ready to be destroyed. Then Ventress's body vanishes into a brilliant form of light that changes and morphs into something else. Before constructing a humanoid form for itself, it draws some blood from a cut on Lena's face. It starts to imitate every motion Lena makes. It responds to Lena's attack by striking her. Lena tries to flee, but the creature captures her and keeps mimicking her. She locates a second phosphorus grenade and hands it to the creature. As it explodes, she removes the pin and walks away. As the creature is engulfed by fire, Lena begins to take shape. The shimmer continues to move around until the remaining portions of the lighthouse catch fire, the surrounding trees collapse, and the remaining portions of the shimmer start to vanish. Lena finishes speaking with Lomax as we head back to the institution to find her. Lena still doesn't know what happened to the shimmer, despite his confirmation that she is no longer there. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.